Huh.
Hey guys, starting to do some assembly on this 335, and so one of the first things I wanted to do was putting the Bigsby on, and I've got the Grover slash Schaller style strap lock buttons. Now the button does not fit inside or through the hole in the Bigsby, and the Bigsby has to straddle the strap button. So a while back I noticed this was going to be a problem, so I did double check and make sure that the lock itself will work with the strap button recessed into the thickness of the Bigsby tailpiece. So what I got to do is just going to file a couple flats. Oops, almost lost it. Couple flats on either side of the button, and that way this elongated hole will straddle it. So got my little vise clamped down. It shouldn't be much of a chore to do this. I only want to do the bottom part that's actually between the Bigsby, not the I got a safe edge on this file. I'm going to turn it toward the button. So bring it flat there. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit here. I did manage. Can't tell if that's focusing. There we go. Did manage. There's a little water flat on that side. Let's check it. See if that's yep. Yep. So is it. And there's slightly askew. The material's on it a little bit. I should take care of that also. Okay, so it's there now. A little bit of slop. I'm going to mount it on the guitar. Alright, I'm going to tape this thing in position so it's not rattling around, because I want to be able to stand it up and drill these holes here. Make sure it's sitting right and all that good stuff. So I'm just catching you up a little bit here on the guitar, the 335. It's going to be of course all polished out again after everything's assembled. So got the bridge mostly mounted down here with that. It's still loose up here. I wanted to get the I shouldn't say the bridge, I should say the tailpiece, the Bigsby. The bridge is mounted. Pickups are going to be pretty soon. I did all the fretwork crown level polish, actually not in that order, and then I made a bone nut for it. I'm in the process of doing tuners, so I've cleaned the holes out. I'm going to repolish the peg head right now in the back, because once I get tuners on it, just makes it that much more difficult. So I'm still going to have to do a little bit, but I want to make sure that it's perfect before I install these tuners on it. Yeah, that's it. I've got the electronics pre-wired over there, and let's zoom in. I made a plate over there for the things to sit in, so everything's laid out exactly as it will be in the guitar. The only thing is I cannot, what am I trying to say? I cannot solder the pickups on until they're actually in the machine here. So once everything is installed and all the wires are, well, sort of installed, because I am, oh, not the wrong way. I am going to be installing all the hardware electronics through this hole here. So that hole goes in through the block, center block, and then out into here. So once I can have this pickup in and mounted, but I can't mount this pickup until all the wiring is done. So it's just going to be, you know, covered, and then everything will finish soldering up right on top here. So that's it. A little bit of an update. That's where it is at right now. And like I said before, more than once, I'm sure, I'm not doing a lot of filming right now because I just got to get this thing put together. So we'll be back. Well, hey folks, it's Dane here at JONAH Guitar, and I've finished up the ES-335. Hey folks, Dane here at JONAH Guitars, and finished up the ES-335. It's a Sunburst, as you can see, and I put some pictures up on Facebook of that happening, and in the back. And it's let me go real quick. Obviously, it's got gold hardware, or maybe not so obviously in the video. Gold hardware, Bigsby, CTS pots, Switchcraft, switch and output jack. It's got Lindy Fralin P90, or excuse me, humbucker PAFs style. The light wind, and you'll see later when I play this thing, it's got plenty of juice. I got this amp set on 1 right now. I got it's the Kluson Deluxe original style Keystone, kind of yellowy looking tuners, that style. I've actually got an ebony peghead veneer with the pearl J there. Block inlays requested by the client. It's a maple top and back that's carved maple, not laminated maple, and the sides are laminated, 3-ply laminated maple. And then down the center block is a mahogany block. Now the originals came out with laminated maple, mahogany maple, and then the newer ones are maple poplar maple, 4-ply, and they use a laminated center block, but it's maple. And so tonality wise, I didn't want it to be too ice picky, too bright. So since I was using solid maple top and back, I decided to go with that mahogany neck block. I think that was a good option, good choice. I think you lose a lot of high ends just in the fact that it's laminated. The other, because you've only got pretty much 2 thin veneers of maple, and then the center core of either poplar or mahogany, and so you're really you're losing some brightness there, and then also you'd be losing brightness from, you know, the 3 layers of glue in between all that. And the neck is mahogany, painted of course, so you can't tell that, but mahogany neck, 5-piece mahogany neck. If you go back, once I get these videos posted, this is actually going to precede the build videos. So standard Gibson 17 degree angle on the peg head, standard Gibson shape. Got my sticker in there. Yeah, I don't think you can see it on the lighting for that. Maybe later. Anyway, so I think I covered it all. And all gold hardware. I got a gold roller bridge on there because I found with Bigsby's, it's hard enough keeping them to, you know, to return to tune, making them return to tune after you know, activating that. But the roller really helps with that. So I opted to go that, even though it's really not traditional for these instruments. All right, so back it up a little bit. You can see it's got, I don't know, umpteen, probably about 15, 16 coats of lacquer on it total with the color coats as well. And so it's sanded quite a bit though, so it's not a really super heavy thickness. Evo gold frets, rosewood fretboard, and yeah, so I think I'll plug it in and just give you some tones. Not a guitarist. Well, I'm a guitarist, but I really suck at doing demos. So the what was else? Oh, the action on this thing. The neck has got about 10, probably 9 thousandths of relief in it, which I like to keep a fairly flat neck. I know a lot of guys go around 12. I like to go flat, and then if I need to, I'll put a little more relief in the neck. Setup wise, this string action is at 3/64ths, very, very low. And so yeah, I'm going to turn it off here and I'll plug it back in and do a little sample. Okay, so like I said before, this amp is set up on like 1. It's the Fender Vibrolux with the 15-inch speaker, the 100 amp or 120 amp chassis, depending on how you read the labels. And so, like I said, it's on 1 on the amp, so not driving me out of here, not too bad. Oh, I was going to check the tune before I started doing this. Alright, all tuned up. Let's see, what else was I going to mention? Oh, I use the, I think they refer to this as 50 wiring. So you can turn a pickup all the way down without pulling the other pickup down with you. So I have the treble pickup all the way up, so when I go to the treble position, I get nothing, right? And as you bring it back up, or I can turn this bridge all the way down, so I get nothing in either position. But as soon as you bring volume up, so the standard wiring configuration, if you bring it one all the way down, it will totally shut the guitar off with just, even though the other one is still up. So I like this wiring because it's one of my pet peeves about Gibson, you know, four pot wiring, whether it's a Les Paul or an ES style guitar or SG. Let's see. So here's bridge. Back to the same thing. Actually, it's right up here. edge. The middle. Middle. Well, unless I had somebody better to show it off to you, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, I'm happy, very happy. I ought to put it in a case and get a picture of it in the case. I got a really nice case for it.